We're live, I think. Still trying to figure out how to do all this stuff. Couldn't even figure out how to get my screen to orient itself correctly a minute ago. So I know I'm a little bit early, so we'll just say that that's why nobody's here yet, right? So I'll just sit here and drink beer by myself for a little bit, and we'll wait and see what happens. Yeah. I don't know if where the assuming the live chat will pop in whenever the first person pops in. Ain't nobody here yet, so we'll just wait. I'll wait. It's all right. I'll wait. Maybe nobody will show up. Maybe it's gonna be one of those kind of nights. Like I said, I am a little early, but oh well. People start trickling in here eventually, I assume. Or maybe not. All good. I can do bad all by myself. Oh, there's somebody. Somebody's in the chat. What's up? Who are you? Say something. Show yourself. Make sure. Let me know you're not a robot. Help me figure out if my chat's working. All that stuff. Just sitting here drinking beer. Can you hear me, whoever you are out there? Mm-mm. Uh-oh. Robot. Banned. Well, at least I know I can see my chat now. Hey, hit the like button, fucker. I know you. It's that thumbs up thing right there. Hit it. We're just waiting for people to come in if anybody does. If not, then it'll just be me and you. That's all right. Just sit here and drink. Let's see if I can move this in a little bit. Get a little close and personal. Is the video quality all right? Can you tell? Am I all pixelated and weird looking, or am I doing all right? Oh, there's a like button. Got 2 people in the chat. Uh-oh. Getting famous. Think and drink. That's right. In that order. I don't drink and then think. That's a bad idea. You think and then drink, and then you think some more. Is the video quality pretty good? Can you see me all right? I'm worried about my Wi-Fi because it's about 3 megabytes per second max. So I don't know what kind of latency y'all are dealing with yet. Hopefully none. I see 2 people in the chat. Let's get 2 likes. I wanted to do a fireside chat, sort of a live stream, but got rained out. Of course, that would have been cool. Plus, I got a whole bunch of cardboard I need to get rid of, like a mountain of cardboard I need to get rid of inside the house. No bueno. I see a couple people in the chat. Who's the other one? Speak up. If you're not a robot. I see you. Oh, somebody took off. They left. They must have been a robot. Called them out. Called it. I ain't dealing with no robots in this chat. Oh, they're back. Either that or it's somebody new. Hello. Say something down in the chat. Let me know you're not a robot. Appreciate it. This being the first live stream, it's going to be a little weird, a little awkward, a little choppy, but I'll get the hang of it eventually. Sorry, I'm gonna try not to belch into the mic too much, but I am drinking suds, so it is what it is. I did start the live stream early, so got about 12 minutes or so before people start coming in. Maybe, who knows? Might be too early to do live streams yet. This will be the test. Grin and Barrett, you at work right now? Are you at the house? Well, I was hoping 5 or 6 people might show up, but at the very least, but who knows? Looks like Grin and Barrett might have dropped off on me too. Seeing 0 people in the chat, just me drinking by myself. That's all right. Uh, Grin and Barrett, you still out there, or did you drop off? Oh, okay, you're still there. It's showing 0 people in the chat, so you at work or you at the house? Don't know either. Makes me wonder how many people might actually be in the chat that's not saying. Oh, it just popped up with 1 again. I don't know what the hell's wrong with this thing. Who knows? Maybe it's my internet connection. Maybe it's just YouTube fucking with me as usual. I was wanting to try to set up super chats, see if I might be able to make a few bucks, but got to have 500 subscribers for that and like 3,000 watch hours. I'm way off of that. Yeah, that works out. I was just outside sweating my ass off too, trying to set up that Wi-Fi extender for nothing, at least not for tonight anyway. But it's there whenever I do decide to do a fireside chat at some point. But yes, it is hot and muggy outside. Anybody else out there yet? We got 1 person. If you're out there, let me know in the chat, because I don't think my viewer ticker there is keeping up with the people, because it keeps bouncing back and forth. smoking some or vaping rather some grandma's purse again. Yeah. You out there cutting down more trees? All right, it's saying there's two people in the chat. I know one of you's been saying something, but the other one's coming and going. I don't know if it's the same person having difficulty watching or if they're a robot. If you're not a robot, say something. Make yourself known. Moving logs and ghost shelters. Yeah, I'd imagine those ghosts probably do need some shelter with the way the weather's been going. You still got that one little miniature goat? That one little bastard likes to just kneecap the shit out of you. Little fucking little short shit. Likes to stick his horn right up underneath your kneecap. Who's that other viewer? Say something. I see it. Can't hide from me. I'm not sure why it doesn't pop up people's names when they join. Uh, that'd be nice if it did. If that is a feature, I'm not aware of it. I only know if you're in here if you say something. I can see how many people there are supposedly. It says there's two. Might be you and a YouTube moderator keeping an eye on my language and such. Now he's still kicking, is he? And button, little bastard. Grab his horns and give him a shake for me. Got a second person in the chat there, I see. Are you a subscriber or are you somebody new? Either way, say something, would you? Let me know you're not a robot or a YouTube moderator. Although you're probably, if it's a YouTube moderator, they probably have the ability to keep themselves private. They're about a foot long now, straight up. Oh my God. That thing's a menace. What's his name again? I can't remember. Looks like people are coming and going, popping in and popping out. Could be just random people seeing the live stream and seeing my ugly mug and taking off. It's a good possibility. I would too. Pockets, that's right. Fucking pocket punk. Pockets the menace. Hmm. Grin and Bear, it's kind of hard not to say your real name, but I'm going to try to avoid it since I know who you are. Been going for about 15 minutes. I'm still about 5 minutes early. Probably should have waited. That one short that I posted saying for people to join me live got like 500 views like immediately. Shorts are weird that way. So I don't know if any of those people will see it and pop in, or if they were all random people from YouTube. My video and audio feed is good though. That's good. They do too, haha, but others don't. I'm not sure what that means. Well, at least I can sit here and get plenty sauced on camera. I might as well do it live. Live action. You remember Turtle Man? That's live action. One of the more wholesome goobers on TV. He made his millions and disappeared. I don't blame him. I would have too. Oh, just saw the number go up 2 again. I know on the phone app shorts pop up as soon as I open it. Yeah, that's because YouTube's too busy trying to be TikTok, and they're not. Thankfully, TikTok is brain rot. That's why I don't watch shorts, man. If something pops up, as soon as I open YouTube, if it just pops up and tries to shove it down my throat, I immediately stop it. I go into my YouTube watch history and I remove it. I don't like that. You know, if I want to watch something, I'll watch it. I'll look it up, or I'll look it up in my subscriptions. I'm not trying to have random videos shoved down my throat. You know. Number 2 in the chat out there, I see you. Don't hide. Say something. Don't be shy. And hit the like button while you're at it. Let me know that you're actually a person. Say something. It keeps fluctuating up and down. Oh, says I got 4 people now. Must have been people following instructions at 7 o'clock on the dot. Look at all you out there, able to follow instructions and shit. What's going on, folks? I see 4 people in the chat. Let's get 4 likes and say something down in the chat. Let me know you're not a robot or a YouTube moderator, would you? That way I can start cussing. Not that I'm going to hold back anyway. I flag the video as not for kids because everything I have to say is usually not for kids, not for young children's ears. So went ahead and covered my ass with that. Oops, I did it. Whoopsie. Fuck 'em. Did it again. I see 4 people. And we're back to 1. Must have not liked my foul mouth. It keeps fluctuating, man. It's jumping all over the place. I can't tell how many people I got in the chat. So if you're in there, if you're out there, say something. Because it went from 1 to 4, back to 2. Hey, dude, seriously, there you are, buddy. I knew you'd show up. I knew you'd show up for me, man. Thanks for coming, man. I appreciate it. I'm just sitting here drinking. Grinning Barrett's in the chat. He's a friend of mine from way back. Say hi to him. Dude, seriously, is a pretty cool guy. He's one of my early subscribers. Came over from Raymond Sycamore. Raymond Thoughts and Minds. Wouldn't it be wild if he just popped in out of nowhere? That'd be wild, wouldn't it? My audio's cutting in and out. Well, give me one moment. I'll see if I can't reset it real quick. Thanks for letting me know, by the way. Let's try that again. Is that better? Ooh, ASMR. I don't even know what ASMR stands for, honestly. It's an acronym for something. I just know that it's strange. It gives people the brain when hot women scratch the mic for them. It's cool that I got a couple people in here. I knew you 2 would show up. You and Grin and Barrett. I knew the dude seriously would show up. But we'll see. We'll see just how many of the other people pop in, say hello, or tell me to go fuck myself because of my opinions. Either way, that's all good. How you doing tonight, dude? Seriously, what you been up to? It's been a little while since you posted a video, isn't it? Hit that like button for me, dude. Seriously, I'd appreciate it. More likes, the better. Anything to help the old algorithm, You know the woes, the YouTube woes. The audio better? Can you hear me again now? This mic sucks. It just blows. Working on your house, just trying to stay cool. Yeah. Yeah, it's hot out there. I'm not sure where you're from, but it's pretty much hot everywhere in the United States right now, unless you're way up north. Way up north. Like Maine, way up north. Almost Canada, north. Wish I could afford to work on my house right now, but such as it is. Maybe one of these days. Here in Michigan, it's 87 right now. Holy shit. Yeah, that's about what it is. I'm in Indiana, so we're not too far away from each other. Grin and Barrett saying that he sees my lips move but no sound. Is that, dude, seriously, can you hear me? Mic check 1, 2. Can anybody hear me? Dude, seriously, can you hear me? Or is it just Grin and Barrett's internet connection? Can you hear me? Let me know. Let me know, dude, seriously, if you can hear me or not. If not, then I might have to figure something out. Dude seriously says that right on, I can hear you and you're not lagging. So, Grin and Barrett might be your internet connection, buddy. I know you're way out. You're way, way, way out there in the fucking sticks. So that's a possibility. I'm glad dude seriously showed up because Grin and Barrett would have had me thinking that I was all screwed up. Probably just his phone, probably his internet connection. His is worse than mine. He's way out there where the highway becomes a 2-lane road, the 2-lane road becomes a 1-lane road, 1-lane road becomes a gravel road road becomes a dirt road, and dirt road becomes a holler, and a holler becomes nothing. That's where he's at. See a third person in the chat, supposedly. We'll see. We'll see if they say something. Say something down in the chat, number 3. Number 3 in the chat. I'm glad you're here too, dude. Seriously, it's fun to go live. This is fun. I might as well sit here and drink in front of all of y'all than rather than sit here and drink by myself, right? Speaking of, time to refill. Somebody drank all my beer again. Look at this. I did not drink that, and it just disappeared. Did you see them? They're quick. They're in and out of here, no time. Bang. They just come in here and pilfer all my suds, and off they go, having a grand old time on my dime. Unbelievable. Here we go again. Ah, yes, that's the good stuff. Cerveza Más Fina. Corona. I prefer Modelo, but it's a little bit more expensive, so tonight I'm drinking the cheap stuff. You drink non-alcoholic beers on occasion just for the taste. Yeah, my dad does that. He likes those O'Doul's. O'Doul's Amber. That's his jam. Thanks for the like, dude. Seriously, appreciate it. I see that. What kind of NA do you drink? You drink that O'Doul's too? In fact, the guy at the local liquor store keeps the O'Doul stock just for dad. It's kind of funny. Dad's one of them socialites. He don't know any strangers, and he gets along with pretty much everybody. And I'm, in that regard, the exact opposite. I look just like him, except I got a red beard because my mom has red hair. It's kind of a joke, running joke. I get my beard from my mom. No, not really. But I get my beard color from my mom because she's the redhead. My mom is not the bearded lady. Keeps fluctuating the people that it's saying that I got in the chat, so I can't tell. That's irritating. I don't know if somebody dropped off or what happened. Just saying I only got one person in the chat now. It keeps fluctuating. The highest that I've seen is 4, and the lowest I've seen is 0, knowing that at least one person was in the chat at the time. So it's just like it doesn't know what's going on. That's kind of frustrating because I like to be able to call you out, find out if you're a robot or not. We've been live for 26 minutes. Don't even feel like it's been 5, so I must be enjoying myself. Hopefully, y'all are enjoying yourself too. Athletic Run Wild IPA. I don't think I've ever heard of that one. Pretty good stuff, though, yeah. I used to like IPAs. There was one called Samuel Adams, I think, made it. It's called a Rabble Rouser. That was like a triple IPA or something, man. It tasted like you were drinking liquid hops. Boy, it was strong. Strong tasting. Wasn't real strong, heady, but it was, strong tasting, as IPAs usually go. If I'm thinking of that correct, I think the IPAs are the strong ones, right? Ah. Well, who knows? One of these days, dude. Seriously, I might have as many subscribers as Raymond Sycamore, and be a good problem to have and not be able to keep up with the chat like he does. He has a hard time keeping up with that chat and moderators and all that stuff that I got to figure out how to do. I don't know how to do any of that stuff. I know I gotta have 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours before I can do partial monetization and do the super chats and super stickers and all that stuff. I ain't got that yet, so YouTube says you ain't proven yourself yet. You gotta bend at least one knee before we let you make any money. So whatever. Yes, and this one is very grapefruit tasting. I'm thinking your channel will go big faster than you imagine. I hope you're right, man. I really do. I work hard on it. I do a lot of like AI music, but that stuff's not as easy as what you think. It's really not, and it does cost me money to run the software. It's a special art all of its own to be able to figure out how to type up prompts and work with the software, and then writing the lyrics is it's easier than writing the prompts, which doesn't sound like it would be the case, but writing lyrics is easier for me than it is trying to figure out the software. Writing lyrics is one thing. Getting AI to cooperate and do exactly what you want it to do, that's a whole nother beast. And it is a beast. But they are my songs. They are my lyrics. Like I always say, they come right from here, straight to your ears. And I hope you all been enjoying them. Because at least that's I don't know how to play instruments. It's never really been my forte. I come from a music family, um, but I've never really been able to pick it up for lots of reasons. But at least now I have some sort of an outlet for my creativity. Because I mean, what's the point of writing lyrics if you can't do anything with them? So I'm kind of lucky in the way that I live in the age of AI, which is there's only a few good reasons, right? But that's one of them is that I have an outlet. Grapefruit tasting beer. What is that? There's a summer shandy. I think Weinenkugel makes it. I do the mobile AI music app called Donna at 60 a year, but I've made almost 100 songs on it. One I made from a best friend. Brought a tear to his eye because I wrote, yeah. I mean, just because it's AI music does not mean that it cannot evoke emotions. Um, my live chat keeps disappearing. I caught most of that message. Oh, there it is. Okay, I figured out how to see it again. Okay, I could go back. One I made for my best friend, and it brought a tear to his eye because I wrote the lyrics. Yeah, yep. That's what I'm trying to accomplish is to evoke emotions with my music. Exactly. I like your music too. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Uh, Trying to think what my favorite one out of all of them has been so far. I've been doing some other ones too here recently that don't even have lyrics. It's an epic like movie score, and man, some of them have turned out like it'll raise the hairs on your arms. It's incredible what it can do. But I haven't posted those yet. I might post the best of the best and keep the rest of them to myself. I don't know. I'll probably post them all, and put them in a playlist. You know, epic music soundtracks to get your day going with, or something. A lot of them sound like something between Dark Knight Rises and Gladiator. It's like, but again, you've got to know what you're doing. You got to know you got to research what instruments were used in the music that you're thinking of, and you got to know like epic score, crescendos into heart stopping. There's all kinds of prompts. I'd have to look it up. I've got them written down because I managed to get one string of prompts that really hit it. And every time that I generate another one, it's another banger, another banger, and another banger. But that's a whole other beast there with writing something that doesn't have any lyrics purely through prompts with no words. Orchestral with haunting opera vocals, background. You know what I'm talking about, like that Gladiator soundtrack, that Dark Knight Rises kind of soundtrack. And due to copyright reasons, they won't let you just put in something like that. You can't just type in, uh, epic score that sounds like the Dark Knight Rising. As soon as you do that, it kicks it out, says which is cool. That's fine. Makes it all original. Hearing thunder outside. It's not done with us yet. I'm glad I didn't decide to go ahead and try to. Uh, I do. That's awesome. Once my house is done, I'll be working on my music and channel a lot more. Yeah, I saw you had a whole lot of music equipment, like the old school stuff, like the stuff before AI, the expensive stuff. Is that you still doing anything with that? Excuse me, no cough button. Sorry, there. Click the cough button. Yeah, I saw you got all the soundboards and synthesizers, and that stuff's not cheap. Sadly, I'm afraid that stuff's going to be a thing of the past here before too long. Hell, who knows? All instruments might be a thing of the past before you know it. And now it won't be like that because there'll always be somebody that's got a passion for it, and they'll do it anyway. They'll do it just for themselves, if anything else, and God bless them for that. Hearing thunder out there, like I was saying, I'm glad that I didn't decide to go ahead and force it and go out there and try to do a fireside chat anyway. That would have been disastrous. I'm gonna stay in here where it's nice and cool and not muggy, and I can drink my beer in peace. Yeah, it's wish I could check the radar right now. Yes, I've been collecting equipment a lot. It's a lot of fun but expensive, but it's taken me years to collect. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I've got some instruments that my grandpa bought for me that sadly I never learned how to use. It's kind of a regret that I did at least once before he passed. But yeah, I've got a dobro and uh, a guitar that he left to me. He bought the dobro hoping that I would pick that up, but I never did. Now I see a third person creeping in the chat there somewhere. Say something down in the comments. I see it. It's been three for a while now, so it's not a fluke. It's not a fluke. You're there. I see it. I see you. Say something. Don't be a robot. Hit that like button too. I got 3 people in the chat and 2 likes. So make it number 3 at least. Even if you don't say anything. Even if you want to creep, hit that like button. You know who you are. You haven't hit it yet. Right on. I have one album I made in my 20s that I want to put on my channel. Yeah, man, put that on the channel. Put that out there. I will say though, you probably already know this. If it's near and dear to your heart, then make sure you go to the patent office and get your lyrics patented. That way, nobody can just steal it from you. I think it's like $30 or something to do that. One-time purchase. So before you go putting it on YouTube, make sure that you do all the legal stuff because people will take off with it. If it's really good, they'll try to use it. And see, I don't mind so much with the AI music that I put out. If people want to take it and run with it and they're inspired by it and they can use it somehow, go ahead. I'm not looking to make money off of my AI music, even though they're my lyrics and it does take time and work to put it together. I'm just having fun with it anyway. So if they like it and they want to use it, fine. I don't have the money, number one, to stop them because I've got lyrics just pouring out of my head all the time about this subject and that subject and this person and that person. Let's see. Right, I did the poor man's copyright where you send it back to yourself through the mail. Just don't open it. Does that work? Can you claim copyright just by doing that? I see 3 people in the chat, or I see 3 people rather in my feed or whatever you want to call this. So number 3, thanks for coming. I wish you would say something to us. So let us know. From what I've heard, it works. I'm old. LOL. Well, do a little research because laws change over time, especially in the new legal world. With the way the music industry has changed several times. Like I said, if it's near and dear to your heart, protect it. Especially if it was done in your 20s. Homefront Forge, thanks for coming. Hey, just me, howdy. Thanks for showing up, man. Appreciate it. Hit that like button for me, would you? I'd appreciate it. Just sitting here doing a little drinking, a little thinking. We got Dude Seriously, we got Home Frontage, and we got Grin and Barrett in the chat. Everybody say hi to each other. Thanks for coming. Thanks for sitting here and watching a I won't say old man, but older guy now drink. At least I'm not sitting here doing it by myself. I was afraid that was going to happen. There was a fear in the back of my mind that I was going to be sitting here for a half hour, 45 minutes drinking by myself. Oh, I would have been sad. I probably would have left that live stream private. Yeah. But I'm glad some people are showing up. That's good. That's cool. Home Frontage, are you just out of curiosity? Home Front Forge. Sorry, I keep saying frontage. Home Front Forge. Are you a subscriber, or did you just see me pop up? And thanks for hitting the like button. I appreciate you. A lot of people, Homefront, a lot of people, their subscriptions are private, so I can't see them. So I don't recognize your name because there's only about 30 subscribers right now that I can see out of the 200 plus that I've got. So if you're a subscriber, thank you. If you're not, hit the subscribe button for me. I'd appreciate it. If you're already a subscriber, again, thank you. And thanks for hitting the like button. Helps me in the algorithm, helps me grow this thing into whatever beast it's going to become eventually. Grabbing a tiger by the tail, it feels like. Oh, really? You're Raymond Sycamore's dad? That's awesome. Thanks for coming, man. Hope Dude Seriously didn't just out you. But now I know. So thanks for coming. Appreciate it. That's cool. Raymond's a good guy. He gets a little mad sometimes, but hell, I get that. That's kind of why I watch him, because I feel the same way. Thanks for coming, man. Thanks for subbing. That's awesome. Small world, even in this big old YouTube world. Never know who you might see. Hell, Raymond might show up. You never know. He might. I know he's a busy guy, but he might see me pop up. He's subscribed too. He might pop up, see me, and stop in and say hello for a minute while in between his videos and his own live streams. I tried to time my live streams off from some of the main channels. Some of the people that I see normally, people will either do like an afternoon or late night. So I figured, I'd probably get in here during the week because a lot of people do stuff on the weekend. I'll get in the in between. Thanks for showing up, though. Appreciate it. Graham Barrett, you still out there? Or did you just set your phone down and walk outside? I can see that happening because he's a busy guy. He's got a farmstead. He's doing a whole bunch of stuff. Said he was moving goat pens or something at some point. I try to pay attention to the people that are saying in his chat. I sub to the more serious ones. Oh, well, thank you. I try to be serious, not too serious though. I see a fourth person in the chat. Say something. I see you in there. You can't hide from me. If you're not a robot, say something. Make yourself known. I see you. I don't know how long this live chat will go on for. Hell, as long as people are watching, I might just go until I keel over. But I'm having fun, sitting here drinking, thinking, having a conversation with some subs. That's cool. Like I was saying earlier, I was a little worried I was going to just be sitting here for an hour and a half with nobody, just sitting here drinking by myself as usual. That would have sucked. God, that would have. Oh Lord, no, that would have sucked. Number 4 in the chat. I see you. Say something. Say something for us, dude. Seriously, yeah, my channel is on the back burner for now, but I'll get there with it. Yeah, I get that, man. Honestly, my channel should be on the back burner with everything that I've got going on, but I like doing this. I like it. It's kind of addicting in a way. Gives me an outlet, gives me something to do, takes my mind off of things, which is rare. That's hard to do. The only other thing that really does that for me is pool. I like playing pool. That's like for a brief moment when you're taking that shot, nothing else matters. Your mind is clear. Then as soon as you take the shot, whether you make it or not, then my mind goes back to running again. But for that briefest of moment is heaven because my mind is silent. And it feels like everything else is silent too. That's kind of the same feeling this gets. A little different, but it's kind of the same. Somebody's drinking my beer again. I swear this glass was full just 30 seconds ago. I'm going to set my fucking glass right here. Ain't no way he's going to get me this time. Oop, hold on. I almost missed a chat. Oh, I love shooting pool. I have one, and I'm building my house for the table move. Hell yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about. I've got an outbuilding that I had plans for back when I had a job before I got fired. You know all about that from the previous video where I had a little bit of ranting going on about that. But I have had plans for the outbuilding that I've got out back there. Maybe you'll see it sometime in a live stream or something. But it ain't gonna be this one because it's raining outside. But it's still a mess. But when I first moved in here, man, you wouldn't believe how bad that outbuilding was, man. I don't know if you know what a raccoon latrine is, but apparently those little trash panda bastards will shit in the same place over and over again. It's like an instinctual thing. So if they all shit in the same place, then predators can't track them, and that's why they do it. There was hundreds of pounds of raccoon shit in that outbuilding that I had to move out. Me and a couple of people that were helping me. It was unbelievable. I've never seen. I had to step out multiple times and gag. The drop ceiling that somebody had put in was like sagging from the weight of the poop that was above it, and we had to take a stick and stand back and hit it and knock the drop ceiling down, and all the shit would just keep falling. It was a nightmare. It was a living nightmare. We hauled out several bags full of just raccoon shit. I didn't even know they did that. I had no idea. I had no idea what a raccoon latrine was until I experienced it in person. I had to look it up. I was like, why are they all shitting in the same spot? I believe that they did that on my scaffolding walkboards. Mm-hmm. They all shit in the same spot. And there was generations of raccoon shit in there. They were telling their kids about it and writing stories and legends about my outbuilding and the shitter they were using. Fucking unreal. Nasty little bastards. They're cute though, but man, they're nasty. They aren't nasty. Oh, that's an experience I'll never forget. We all had masks on, thankfully. Because again, back then I had a little bit of money. Masks are expensive, man. They're like $50, $60 a pop now. But I didn't know about the raccoon latrine, but I did know that raccoons and their feces will carry a really nasty parasite that will dig into your brain and kill you. So we were all wearing masks, and we all had the Tyvek suits on, and looking like somebody from Breaking Bad. I can only imagine what the neighbors must have been thinking, because it really did look like that. It looked like we were running some sort of lab out of there, in and out. But we were all covered in crap. They knew what we were doing. But that's kind of what it reminded me of. That was kind of one of the funny points. I see 5 people in the chat, but I don't see them saying anything yet. I live out in the woods. I see porcupines and squirrels here. Not so much a raccoon, thank God. Lots of ticks nonetheless. Well, you need more possums. I know they're ugly fuckers. I know they're ugly. But from what I understand, possums will eat their own body weight in ticks like once every couple of weeks. That's just all they do, because it's kind of hard to believe, but it's because their body collects them, because they're slow moving ambling through the brush. So they pick them up on their bodies and then they chew them off. So they're like a little tick collection train that just goes through, and just the ticks stick to them. And possums, again, as ugly as they are, they carry very little diseases because their body temperature is actually too low to carry most diseases, including rabies. You'll never see a rabid possum. And if you did, it can happen rarely, but it's only if the possum gets sick and their body temperature rises up from a fever in order for the rabies to hit them. And that's an extremely rare thing. Yeah, my brain's is full of all kinds of fucking useless knowledge like that. But if you see a possum and he looks aggressive, 99.99% chance he does not have rabies. He's just having a bad day. They are nasty. They are nasty. It's another nasty creature, but all part of God's plan, I guess. I saw one crawling out of a dead deer's ass one time. That was truly something. That was yeah. He came. I was walking. I was my teens, and I'm walking from my dad's house to go fishing, and there's a carcass on the side of the road, and the carcass, like, the insides are moving, and I guess the possum must have heard me coming or something, and he flopped out head first, saw me covered in guts, and went taking off. I'll never forget that. Never. Grin and Barrett, you still out there? Or did you set your phone down and run off to go play with goats? I see I got 4 people that have joined the live stream, but I've only heard from 3 of you. So who's number 4 out there? I know you're out there somewhere hiding. One dropped off, but that seems to be typical. Again, I'm not sure it's even accurate. It seems to fluctuate up and down. I don't think it's got an accurate representation of how many people are actually in here or not. Hopefully there's more than I think. I know there's at least 4 of you, or at least 3 of you. Yeah, he's lurking. Don't lurk out there. Say something. Let me know you're not a robot. Uno momento. I'm going to blow my nose. I'm not going to do that to you. Again. I know I did that on another video. I won't do that to you live. Not gonna blow boogers on you live. My allergies have been going wild with all this weather change and everything going on. Oh, drive me crazy. Make sure I ain't got no hangers. Wouldn't that be great if I didn't realize it and I just did a whole live stream with a big old booger hanging in my nose? That'd be my luck. Can y'all still hear me, or did the mic die on me? Oh, Jesus. That was pleasant. That sounded healthy, didn't it? Apologies. So much for being serious. So not to put you on the spot there, dude, seriously, but which one of the songs did you like the most, just out of curiosity? You don't have to answer if you don't want to. You could even tell me you like all of them if you want to. I'm just curious. Yeah, that's understandable. I'm in this tiny room with my stand-up freezer, and it pumps out the heat, which is why I need to keep building out. Yeah, I'd imagine. Yeah, anything that's refrigerated puts out a whole lot of heat. Corn tassels out here. Cottonwood's just finished snowing. Oh, you mean the cottonwood's just finished snowing all over everything? Yeah, yeah. They did it to us about 2 weeks ago. It was just everywhere, everywhere. It's funny, you never see the trees, but you damn sure see the seeds everywhere. Oh yeah, the delivery driver blues. Yeah, that one came. That one came from the heart. That one there. They all do, but that one was especially poignant for my recent situation because the non-tippers, people that are holding everybody back. I don't understand. I mean, I do understand. I wish I didn't, because it's just a matter of being cheap. How people can justify just not tipping someone when they know damn good and well that that's their whole livelihood. It's their whole life. How they can justify, getting their McDonald's for nothing, essentially, except for what they're paying DoorDash, which does not trickle down to us. We make $2 an order, no matter the distance. It's $2. That's all DoorDash pays. And I can't tell you how many orders have come across. It's more than not non-tippers and low tippers. The only way I survive is the handful of people that do generously tip, very occasionally. That and justify financing their meals. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's that company called that they partnered with, where they can finance a fucking chalupa? Uh, yeah. It's just that's a show of the times. Just how bad things have got, where you have to finance food. Unbelievable. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. I'd forgotten about that. They can afford to finance their food, but they can't afford to leave a tip. Maybe don't have your food delivered. Maybe go get it yourself. You can do that. Yeah, yeah. We only get $2. I think that it goes up 50 cents per mile beyond 10 miles. But let's face it, that ain't that ain't nothing. 10 miles is a long damn way. You don't think it is until you've done several of them with people not tipping, and then you start realizing just how long 10 miles is. Because you got to drive to the customer, then you got to drive back to your delivery zone. You can't just stop there and wait for another order. No, you got to go back to town to get another order. So that's why I was so irritated in that last video. It's $2 a mile in my mind, minimum. $2 a mile. Dollar there, dollar for me to get back to town. And when I say $2, I mean $2 per mile. So if you're 6 miles out, guess what? That's at least a $10 tip. $2 that DoorDash gives me, plus the $10 that I should be getting. But that very, very rarely happens. I mean, it's maybe 10% of the people that actually tip decent. It's bad. But it's still better than factory work, sadly. Any of y'all ever worked in a factory before? Yeah, it is sad. People are sad. People are pathetic. They're disgusting. But again, not as bad as factories. I've worked in just about every kind of foundry and factory that you can imagine, making just about anything, but making just about anything you can imagine. I delivered pizzas back in the day. Coldest night of the year, I made $17 in tips. Yeah, yeah, yeah. People have been this way forever. They just want something for nothing. They don't realize that eventually comes back on you. One way or another, everybody gets what they deserve. Better check my battery on my phone. Yeah, I'm doing all right. No, I've been doing landscaping, commercial fishing, and roofing instead of factory work. Well, that's all those things are way better than factories, especially the fucking commercial fishing. Holy shit, that's fucking awesome. Where in Michigan, so you got the Great Lakes. So what do you commercial fishing? So you're selling your haul. What are you catching? That's fucking cool. Have you got your own boat, or do you like rent one from somebody? Man, that'd be fucking cool. Again, I see a fourth person in the chat lurking. It's depressing. I did commercial fishing in New Bedford, Massachusetts. I built things factory, but never worked the line. Oh, you built things in factories, but never worked the line. Okay, so you were like you built the factory itself, um, or did maintenance, like building maintenance. It's depressing. I did commercial fishing in New Bedford. The commercial fishing was depressing, or the factory, or the other stuff was depressing. The roofing. I can't imagine the commercial fishing was depressing. I mean, maybe I don't know anything about it. Maybe it was. Maybe that's one thing I've never done. So everything that's new seems interesting and novel until you've done it, I suppose. Then it's not. Except for this seems to be pretty fun. Not monetized yet, but hey, maybe eventually, right? Maybe eventually. And then the real work begins, kowtowing to the YouTube lords. You know, good lord, that's going to be wild. Because I've been watching YouTube's progression into wokeness for a long time now. They've backstepped a little bit, but they haven't come up off their bullshit. Don't be fooled. They're still big on infringing on people's freedom of speech, and I'm not big on letting people do that. That's why I lost my job. All of it. But yes, the commercial fishing was depressing and kind of scary. Dealing with 12-foot sharks caught in the net. Yeah, yeah, I would imagine that would be fucking terrifying. What kind of sharks were they? Additions, renovations, remodels usually demising walls and offices, interior contract. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. So you saw the factory work and decided I don't want nothing to do with that shit. Wise man. Yeah, that's that's a good thing. Beagle sharks. Never heard of a beagle shark before. That's wild. I'll have to look that up. Part of me wants to fucking kick on my TV and look some of this shit up you're telling me about live, but I don't want to. That seems kind of rude to do that. Beagle sharks, 12-footers. Good God! So did you have to catch and release those because they were protected, or did you haul those in for meat too? I think you said that. I think you said you hauled them in for meat. Oh, caught in the net. No, not the meat. Okay. Did you have to throw those back? But that was wild. Or did you pop them with the old bolt gun and chop them up? And yeah, I could see how that would be depressing if you had to do that because I mean they are a living creature that would fuck with you. They're a terrifying living creature, but they're alive all the same and beautiful in their own way, in their own design. What they do, their contribution to the overall environment. They are a fucking perfect killing machine, though. Long story, I'm allergic to shark meat. Don't ask. Just shark meat? I won't ask. I won't ask. Yeah, I'm allergic to sharks in the way that everybody's allergic to sharks. They're fucking terrifying. Yes, we can't keep sharks, 14 dolphins at one time. No, we use the crane, bit the back of the boat as we let it go. 14 dolphins at one time. What do you mean? The dolphins? Are you accidentally caught 12 dolphins, or they still do that? I know that they used to farm dolphins for meat and sell it off as tuna at one point. That would definitely be fucking depressing. Killing flipper every day. Dolphins are kind of monsters too, though. I won't get too deep into that, but they're kind of sexually promiscuous, and they I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but they're kind of brutal. The dolphins got caught in the net and all died. Oh god, that would be fucking, oh Jesus. Yeah, because they're mammals. They have to breathe, right? So they drown. Oh man, yeah, that would fucking suck. So yeah, I guess commercial fishing not for me either. Thanks for letting me know, just in case I ever ended up around anybody that makes the suggestion. Hey, you should get into commercial fishing. Nah, no thanks. I'm not killing flipper. I'm not dealing with sharks. Thanks. See, I'm already gaining experience from all of you. That's good. Well, I'm sorry you had to go through that, but that was life experience. 12-foot sharks, beagle sharks. I got to remember that. Look that up later. That's a species I've never heard about before. I'm kind of an animal guy. Uh, Not necessarily an animal lover. I mean, I do like lots of animals, certain ones, but uh, there's rarely an animal that's come across that I haven't heard of at least once where I recognize it. That's a new one, beagle shark. You ever seen those goblin sharks? Well, that's an ugly mug, isn't it? Got the giant overbite, big old jagged teeth. That fourth person in the chat still lingering, not saying nothing. Actually, I think we might have four people in the chat. Come to think of it, dolphins feed on this. Dolphins feed on the school's fishing boats used to head towards them with the nets. Yeah, yeah. I could see how those two things would be a problem. There's a fish called a skate, which looks awful but tastes great. Yeah, I've heard of the skate. Funny name. Funny looking fish too. Home front forward, dude. Seriously, and grin and bear it. Oh, it just dropped down. It just dropped down to back down to three. Then there were three. Uh, yeah, again, it keeps fluctuating. I only did it for a few months. Well, I'm glad you got out of it because it sounded like it was terrible. You ever used to watch that show? Oh, what was that? Had Mike Rowe doing the narration. It was crab fishing. What the hell was the name of that fucking show? It was kind of cool. A lot of it was made up though, because I mean, it's a show. You can count on that. But it was kind of a cool show, something to have on the background while you're doing something else. But Deadliest Catch, that's it. Yeah, yeah, that was a cool show for a minute. That's definitely something that is dangerous as fuck. You hit that water, you're dead in 30 seconds. No thanks. Hell of a lot of money. Hell of a lot of money. Not worth it. Not worth the risk. Well, we've been going for an hour now. Sure doesn't feel like it. Forgot to drink my beer. Doesn't look like he drank any of it this time. There might be a correlation. I always used to say that. Let's see. There's other boats that aren't too bad to be on. Scallop boats are pretty chill, from what I was told. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, they do. They do scout. They do harvest scallops, don't they? Yeah, I've seen some videos on YouTube that seem like they're pretty chill with the fishing boats, depending on what it is. There's not one reality show that's real. I nearly ended up on the Colony too. The Oh, really? The Colony too. I don't think I've heard of that one. That was a reality show that you were almost on. Yeah, I'm glad you didn't end up on that, because those reality shows, from what I understand, are toxic as hell. I mean, they would be. You're surrounded with a whole bunch of fake people that are calling it real. Kind of funny. Our president's used to be the host of one of those reality shows. Just saying. I know there's probably going to be a whole lot of Trump fans out there in the future that are going to really hate a lot of shit that I have to say. I know. I remember that home front porch you stuck to your guns. Yeah. So did you get approached by somebody for the Colony too, or what happened with that? Yes, it's low budget, low quality acting. Funny story you told about that. Which funny story? The one that I told, or the one that Home Front Porch did? I tell a lot of stories. Sometimes it's hard to keep up, but they're all from the heart at the time. Sometimes I don't always remember what I say. That's going to get me into trouble in the future. I'm going to forget some of the crap that I say in some of these videos. YouTube's not going to, though. Home Front Porch. I'm not familiar with that story, but if you want to elaborate a little bit, you can. If not, that's fine. But it's kind of interesting. You almost ended up on a reality TV show. My grandma used to like that Survivor. She used to love that show. They had an open audition in Beaver Creek. Oh, okay. So you went there and signed up for it, and they wanted you to do a whole bunch of shit you didn't want to do, and you said, "Nah, no thanks, I'm out. No contract for me. Bye. I'm not doing that weird shit." I almost signed up for it to be an extra in The Walking Dead the first season, because they came through, and man, I really wanted to, but I was working at the time at a place that I didn't fucking even stay with. God, I should have signed up for that. That would have been cool to have been one of the zombies. Yeah, that would have been cool. And who knows? Maybe depending on how good my acting skills was at doing that, I might have been one of the zombies that bit somebody. They won't let us near dolphins anymore because they can heal and help us. That's why they don't care if they kill them all. Yeah, well, what can I say? So long, and thanks for all the fish. That was rather dark. Sorry, but yeah, I I can't speak to any of that dolphin weirdness. Nobody can, but they talk about people giving birth near dolphins. There's some sort of a connection there. Not real well versed on that story. It's kind of one of those vague ones that I kind of sort of remember. But yeah, glad you're still here, Granite Barrett. But yeah, I know there was some other wild stories about dolphins and LSD, and a lady that jerked off dolphins for a living, or one particular dolphin, because he wouldn't perform unless he got his daily. You know, that was a wild one. She got in a lot of trouble for that one. How'd you like to be that lady? You're the dolphin jerk off lady. Oh, I mean, I don't understand why she got in trouble. It's not technically animal abuse. Dolphins are smart enough to know when they're being jerked off, right? I mean, he was only doing it because he wanted it. He wouldn't deal with them until he got his daily session. Is that really animal abuse? I mean, it's weird. Don't get me wrong, right? Oh, my head's full of all kinds of fucking wild shit that it probably shouldn't. be occupying space in my brain. That story is one of those things. Yeah, that is weird. No harm, no foul. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, like again, dolphins are really smart, and he wouldn't do what they wanted him to do until he got what he wanted. It's kind of a negotiation. I mean, you could throw him a fish, or you could give him the old rub and tug. Like, now, well, I bet they had to write all kinds of new laws for that one. The dolphin got depressed and drowned itself after she left the program. Yeah, yeah, he probably like some weird fucking dolphin love was going on there. God only knows what else she was doing for the dolphin. I don't even want to think about it. But yeah, that was that's a wild story. I'd forgotten about the fact that the dolphin killed itself. But yeah, human beings are some weird creatures. We do all kinds of stupid shit. Like I went off on my rant before. Said, we jerk off. Sometimes we jerk off dolphins. We do drugs. We drink booze, and sometimes we cuss. I says what I want. Yeah, that's one of those weird stories that unfortunately is never going to go away. I Can you imagine being one of that lady's kids trying to go through school and then that fucking paper comes out? I don't know if she had any kids or not, but could you imagine? Could you imagine being one of her kids? You ain't never going to live that down. Your mom was the dolphin jerk off lady. You're that kid forever. You have to move to a different country. Really appreciate you guys showing up. It's looking kind of like you guys might be the only three that show up because we've been doing this for about an hour now. So it's likely that everybody that subscribed, at least I would think, unless YouTube's already caught on to what I'm talking about, jerking dolphins off with cussing and such, that they've suppressed my viewership. It's entirely possible, but let's hope not. I'll go for a while longer. We'll see what happens. I've still got a couple more beers to get through sitting out here, getting warm on me. I'm slacking. And dude, seriously, I appreciate the kind words about my channel taking off. I I hope you're right, man, because I would really like to do this for a living. I'd really love to just do what I enjoy anyway, which is just sitting and talking to people and get paid for it. I can't imagine anything else that would be better than that for an occupation. I get to speak my mind. People get to comment on it. People get to give me a piece of their mind. It's mutually beneficial. For sure, I wouldn't say it if I didn't believe it. Oh, I know. I know. That's why I appreciate it, because it's genuine. Oh, dude, seriously, or Front Forge, do you know? I keep messing your name up. Home Front Forge. Damn it, dude, seriously, and Home Front Forge. Or Grin and Bear it. Anybody? Does any of you know what the acronym is for that ASMR? What that is? Audio something something. But here's a little ASMR for you, even though I don't know what it is. Oop, I messed it up. Fucked it up. Slipped off. There we go. Kept meaning to look that up so I didn't sound like a fool. But then I realized I don't care if I sound like a fool. I'll just ask. They help women giving birth without pain, and I'm pretty sure it's a felony to interact with them now. LSD was one of the start where they finding out what they were capable of. Yeah. Yeah. I know that the CIA had programs that they trained dolphins for secret missions, for spy missions, for like submarines and shit. So I would imagine the government probably, as usual, knows a whole hell of a lot more about dolphins and what they're capable of than we do. You're absolutely right. Grin and bear it. Autonomous sensory meridian response. Yeah, I would have never guessed that, but thank you. That's a mouthful. So no wonder they just say ASMR. I'm never going to remember that. But thanks. Appreciate that. I see a fourth person in the chat. You going to stick around this time? Are you real? Say something. Don't be shy. Leave a comment down in the chat. Let me know you're not a robot. Yeah, the whole thing with dolphins, man, like they're one of those creatures that's eerily smart. Them and gorillas, most primates actually. Chimpanzees are kind of out of their fucking mind. They're smart, but they're too crazy to use their intelligence. But if you're a creature that's testicles are bigger than your brain, literally by weight, their testicles are bigger than their brain. You'd probably be crazy too. That's a lot of fucking hormones. That's a lot of testosterone surging through a fucking, you know, crazy ape brain. But yeah, dolphins, gorillas. What's some other really good, smart animals that I'm not thinking of right now for some reason that are eerily smart? I mean, dogs, obviously, horses, of course, but like uh, some of the lesser known ones, the wild ones, the ones that haven't been tamed. I think they're starting to even use AI to try to communicate with marine life, like actually communicate with them, find out what they're actually saying, and translating it into English. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Whether it's amazing or whether it's a fluke, whether it's real, that seems unbelievable. Quite a few birds are scary smart. Yeah, you're right. Those African greys are like children. Crows are another one. Corvids, all corvids. They're insanely smart. Like I drive around for a living, and I see crows that are the size of chickens, and they're smart. It is. I like birds, like owls, crows, eagles. They fascinate me. Yeah, yeah. They say that owls are actually dumb. I don't know if I believe that or not. I don't know if I believe that. They don't seem dumb, but they say that they're one of the dumber birds, which is it just doesn't seem to line up. You're a predatory animal. You got to have some intelligence, right? At least by your design. I know that they can fly silent, that their wings literally make zero noise when they swoop down to catch something. You don't hear it. They actually designed drones propellers. There's a new company out there that's designing drone propellers based on the owl's feathers, and they're very quiet, kind of creepy. But yeah, a lot of birds are really smart. Like I said, those crows that are out there, man. I watch them, and they occasionally they'll look at me, and it's like you can see the intelligence. You know it's there, and the crows are fucking clowns. They're always looking to fucking cause some kind of problems. Have you ever watched the people that have pet crows? Don't get one. I mean, don't get one unless you got a lot of money, a whole lot of time. That's a full time job because a crow, they're they're clowns, or any bird really. That's the reason why I don't pets, man, because full time job. My great uncle gave me a crow for my 6th birthday. It was sad though, so I let it go. Yeah, yeah, they get sad. They know. Did you keep him for a while, or you know? Uh, I'm glad you let him go. Um, but how long did it take before you realized that he was not digging the digs? About a week, yeah. Was he an adult, or did you get him when he was young? My mom and her siblings had a pet crow. They taught it to talk. Yeah, they can talk too. People don't realize that they can form full sentences and talk to you. Wild. And we think of it as like a junk bird. It's just they're just everywhere. So we take them for granted. An adult. My uncle is a farmer. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. You wouldn't want to kept him anyway. They don't keep well. Um, I've known some people that have not known some people. I've seen some people online that keep wild crows. Like they don't keep them, but they interact with them. The crows will bring them crows and ravens, and there's another one. I can't remember. It's another corvid species, but they will bring them stuff. Sometimes they'll bring them money. Um, I actually kind of had a wild idea one time, man. If I could get a whole murder of crows and teach them, hey, see these green things? Bring me this stuff, and I'll give you all the mealy worms and seed that you want, man. Teach them to fly into a bank and just take it over. Come flying out with all the money. These are the thoughts, man. This is the shit that goes through my head. Could you imagine being that guy that's got a whole like 30 or 40 of murder of crows and just fly into a bank when somebody opens the door and just ransacking the fucking place and nobody knows what the fuck to do and it's all grabbing money and they're all running out, flying out, just coming on back home to dad. Oh shit. Oh, oh, oh. Still got that fourth person in the chat hanging out. Must be one of them YouTube moderators. Either that or it's a bug. Either way, thanks for coming, whoever you are. Wish you'd say something. Kind of the point of live chat, I thought, or live stream. But some people just like to creep, and that's all right too. Check on my phone battery. Make sure it's doing good. Oh yeah, still got 58%. We're good. Oh, kind of fucked my head up with that last story. I got kind of got brain dead with that whole idea. I really wanted to do that at one point when I was younger. I wanted to fucking try to get a whole bunch of wild crows together and train them to bring me money. If I'm not mistaken, I think someone has actually tried that before, and it's not this country. I think it might be over in the UK that they've actually made it illegal to keep crows for that reason because they're clever enough to learn. Hey, if I steal shit and bring it to this monkey, he'll give me food. Yeah, it would make a great movie. Make a good Batman villain, wouldn't it? No, a new twist on the Scarecrow. I mean, what would you do? You couldn't do anything. You wouldn't be able to shoot them all, and it would be so sudden. No one would know how to act. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Sounds like a super villain plan in DC Comics. Yeah. But like I said, I think that somebody actually tried to do that or was doing it. I think over in the UK, and there's laws where you can't keep like wild birds, wild corvids for that reason because they'll steal shit. They will steal shit for you. There was a particular story that I heard. A lady that had raised a crow from being young, and of course, let it go, and she lost the lens cap to her camera, and several days later, it showed up in the bird feed bowl, and it was a crow that brought it back to her. He found it and brought it to her. Knew that it belonged to her. That's another one of those things, like, that's scary smart. They have ravens over there. They're huge. Hell, the fucking crows here could feed a family of 3. They're chickens, man. They're huge. But yeah, ravens are massive. There's a lady online somewhere. I can't remember what her name is, but I remember her face because she is just gorgeous. And she's got a raven called Mischief. She keeps him on her arm, and she's taught him how to talk. It's pretty fucking cool. He's huge. Yeah, they're huge. They're, about yay, standing all the way up. And that beak, man, that beak is a little spear. If they wanted to hurt you, they could, real bad. That fourth person's been hanging out in chat for a while. I wish they'd say maybe it's Espanol. Speak Espanol. Say something. Even if I can't read it, you can say something. I know I've got a strangely large Latino and Latina following. I've seen that they're in my subscriptions that I can see, which is interesting. Not that I'm against it, but it was just something that I noticed. A lot of well, what was it? Let me see. Some Mercado, Rojas, Espositos, Rodriguez. Yeah. Maybe you're one of them. Say something. Say something in Espanol. Not sure I'll be able to look it up live, but I can thank you for it at least. Home front porch. My viewers are about 10% female. Yeah, it's strange because I know from the subscriptions that I can see that I have women that have subscribed to my channel, but YouTube says that it's 100% male. I know that's not right. So I know that sometimes I wonder about those analytics, man. I wonder. By the way, Homefront Forge, because I think your subscription is private. I haven't seen your channel, but I'll have to look you up now. Do you have a sizable YouTube channel like your son? Homefront Forge. I'm assuming you must have a forge channel. Do you make stuff like blacksmith work, or do you make the wild stuff like swords and axes and all that kind of stuff? Not that that's not blacksmith work. It's all blacksmith, but you can make anything from horseshoes to, axes and swords. It's all blacksmithing, which I also thought about getting into at one point, but I never did. No, less than 200. Well, you're right where I'm at. So, I mean, you got any interesting stuff on there? I like blacksmithing. I might come over there and check you out. Now that I know you're there, I'm going to have to look you up and subscribe to your channel because, again, a lot of people have their subscription set to private, so I can't see it. I know you're there, just like number 4 there. I can see it, but I can't see your name. I can see that I've got 4 people in the chat, just not 4 people talking in the chat. I got 3, and I haven't heard from Grin and Barrett in a while. He must have went back out to work and left his phone on. I'll still be listening, but I got to drive now. That's all good, man. I appreciate it. I probably won't go too much longer. If I'd have gotten 10 or 12 more people in the chat, then I probably would have gone for however long I could go. But I'm not gonna keep. I haven't done any smithing on the channel, mostly woodworking and talking head stuff. Well, my dad does a lot of woodworking. He's a general contractor. He's got his own wood shop, so I'll still come over and check you out. But yeah, like I was saying, Uh, if I get at least a couple more people in the chat within the next 20 or 30 minutes, I might stick around a little longer. But if not, I'll probably cut it right at the 2 hour mark. Uh, Seems like a good place. But yeah, that person that was there now dropped off. I don't think YouTube's accurate on that, but it's just the three of us, or just the four of us, including myself. So I appreciate it. I'll do another. I'll continue to do live streams. I know this one. This is just my first one, so it's a little clunky. It's a little awkward, but I'll get used to it and I'll get better at talking. Um, but yeah, I appreciate y'all showing up. Um, it does help me with the watch hours because there's three people in the chat right now. We've been going for about an hour and a half now, so you do the math on that. That does help with my watch time hours, public watch hours. Of course, the more people I get, the better. But even if there's just one person in the chat, I'll probably still keep doing these live streams. I'd like to do when it dries out, maybe it cools off a little bit outside. I'd like to start doing fireside chats if that's anything you guys would be interested in. I don't know if Dude Seriously is already taken off or not, but home front forwards, I don't know if you'd be interested in something like that. Grin and Barrett, I'm not sure if you'd be interested in something like that, but I thought about doing that when it starts to cool off a little bit. Let me know what you think. Because I've got a whole bunch of cardboard I need to burn off, and spend most of my evenings moderating on Raymond's streams. He took tonight off. Oh, okay. I didn't realize you were a moderator over there. Huh. Well, now that I know you're in there, I'll shout at you when I'm at whatever in one of his live streams again. He's doing pretty well, man. He's actually I watched him grow from like maybe 1,000 subscribers, maybe two, and now he's up to like what 20, 25. Oh, the chief moderator. Well, you're his dad, so I mean, you would be the chief moderator, right? Makes sense. But yeah, he's doing really well. It actually kind of inspired me to do this because I saw his channel explode so quickly. I thought, man, maybe I could do that. You know. So your son's an inspiration. He really is. Uh, well, it looks like we might have lost. We might have lost, dude. Seriously, maybe because I'm down to two people in the chat. So Grin and Barrett and Home Front Forge. I think you're the only ones left. So we might cut this off a little early. Um, but again, I do appreciate y'all showing up, and we'll do another one in the future. Home Front Forge, would you be interested in watching a live stream with a fireside chat sort of thing? Let me know. I just spent about $40 that I didn't have on a Wi-Fi extender to put out my outbuilding to extend it out to the outlot where my fire pit's at, so that I could do that. Wanted to do that today, but got rained out. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I bet he does work really hard because his presentation is good. He's got really good equipment, and his ability to speak, he can go on and on and on. I've got to learn how to do that in an effective way because he reads articles and stuff, and I thought about doing that, but I don't know. Maybe I might switch over and do something like that. Might figure out how to do my own thing. I hate to somebody, but yeah. I also don't mind just doing this. Like I said, I wanted to do the fireside chat thing. That way, in between the lulls in conversation, I can kind of stoke the flames in the fire, get it back going again, and then pop back over and start talking again. In between waiting for chats to come through. Seemed like a good idea. I don't know. New at this thing. Oh. Probably hang out for another 10 minutes or so, and then I'll probably cut it unless by some miracle it shoots up to 10 people in the chat suddenly, which I don't see that happening, but you never know. But yeah, that was kind of the original idea that I had years ago when I wanted to start a YouTube channel, was Fireside Chats. That was going to be the name of it, but then I realized that there was, I have a video of me burning brush at the fire ring. Oh, okay, yeah. So you got videos of doing that. Yeah, that's the other thing. That's why I didn't start it back then, because I was all excited about doing like fireside chats, and I wanted to do kind of a podcast thing, like an outdoor podcast by the fireside. But then the funniest thing happened in 2020, and everybody got weird, and nobody started coming around again anymore. It's like something switched in everybody's head, and nobody nobody wanted to do the human interaction thing anymore. So that all fell apart, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately. Maybe it's a good thing that it didn't. But I thought it would have been pretty cool to have done like an outdoor podcast. Yeah, moving the equipment back and forth would have been a pain in the butt, the microphones and the cameras and all that stuff, but it would have been worth it, I think, to have gotten that outdoor fireside feel, but also doing a podcast. And I had a couple of my buddies lined up that I was going to do that with, and then, like I said, COVID hit, and they got weird, and the world got weird, and just never happened. So here I am again, trying to do something different. Anyway, y'all have been more than generous with your time. I'm not going to keep holding you. I appreciate you showing up. I'm not sure if I had better signal, I would do just what you're doing, just what you're talking about. Yeah. Wi-Fi repeater helps. I don't know how large your property is, but you can daisy chain them to a certain degree. Maybe after like the second or third when you're going to start getting latency and ping issues, but you can daisy chain repeaters, or extenders rather, not repeaters. You don't want to use repeaters because each time you add another one, the ping will get worse. But extenders help. But anyway, like I said, you guys have been more than generous with your time. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming by. I'll probably do another live stream. Hopefully, I can do the next live stream if it's not like hot and gross and the mosquitoes aren't outrageous, because I'm not dealing with that. I'm not getting eaten alive. I like you, but I don't like you all that much. I'm not going to sit there and get destroyed by 1,000 mosquitoes. But I think we're going to go ahead and end this one here and call it a night. Pretty good for a first live stream. 3 people, 4 off and on came through, and I appreciate you all coming through. And what can I say other than thank you? And you'll see me next time. Yeah. Take care.